My name is Sasha Berleman, and I'm the director of the Fire Forward program at Audubon Canyon Ranch. And we're standing at a site that was just recently burned a couple of months ago. And you can see here that this is a pretty typical look for a woodland or forested or mixed evergreen forest burn shortly thereafter or shortly after burning. And what you see or notice, or what a lot of people notice right away, is like, wow, there's a lot of char on the ground, a lot of black, not a lot of color, and all of that green that I'm used to seeing in my forest is gone. Basically what we want to show here is that this is actually a really desirable trait in your forest in these patches when you're going for this mosaic structure. What you're seeing here, this char, is carbon that's really stable, that's getting turned back into the soil over time. A lot of nutrients have been made available to new plants, and you'll see when you look closely, there's actually a lot of green that's just about to come up in here, and it's in the form of a much higher diversity of herbaceous plants on the forest floor. And then our trees, being fire adapted, are adapted to different amounts of exposure of fire on the trunk. So in some other areas we see that, redwoods are really well insulated and they're more resilient when they have char on their trunk. We kind of see through the whole range. Some other species can't handle a lot of char on their trunk or a lot of heat. And they're really adapted to very low intensity fire. So we have all these different ways of trees being fire adapted and adapted to very specific kinds of fire behavior. We also on this slope see that there are still some little logs on the ground, and those are helping to slow water movement on the landscape. And they will continue to be here and add that stable carbon back as we continue to do more burn cycles over time in this piece of ground.